Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode of The Walking Dead Season 6. This one is for Season 6, Episode 5, which is called Now. Okay, and spoiler warning, if you guys have not seen this episode yet, you'll want to watch it before you watch my review. So, continuing on, of course, as always, with the Walking Dead Season 6, well, Walking Dead in general reviews for everything new Walking Dead, whether it be comic book series or TV series or what have you. Okay, so this week's episode, alright, okay episode. Not a terrible episode, not a fantastic episode. Just a good episode. This was basically a dialogue episode. I've seen a few quick recaps online that I quickly browsed through before I did mine, where they're referring to it as kind of a filler episode. I can kind of understand that, but it did have some things in it that were very beneficial to the story, that were good to the story. I mean, a few takeaways. We get to find out, of course, we get to see Rick and Jessie finally get together, which was probably the best scene of the episode, and a scene that I really did like a lot, because we kind of needed to see that. That was set up in Season 5. We know the storyline from the comic book series, and at a point, I was actually wondering if we were even going to see the two of them together, if we were going to see them kind of hook up. I liked how they handled it in the TV series version, because it was kind of like with Jessie, she put down the one female walker who had opted out, so to speak, from within Alexandria, couldn't deal with the pressure and the stress and kind of the fear and anxiety of being crushed in, by these zombies on the outside and, having no way out. Kind of claustrophobic, I suppose, in a way, metaphorically, you're crushed in. So that obviously would cause people to kind of go a little nutty because they think they're going to die. They're seeing people die all around them and they're kind of losing their morale is really low and they're losing their hope. So you have her who actually, she steps up and puts down the female walker without hesitation, and then gives kind of a bit of a speech to the rest of the survivors in Alexandria, which was really good. So I liked how they used that with Rick, because what happened is that, or at least this is my interpretation of it, is that he sees her change, right? He probably knows that she had to kill one of the wolves too, the female, that because he sees her, taking the bodies out and stuff, and getting ready to bury them, and tells her not to. So what they did with it is that they used her actions as a kind of motivator for Rick, for him to pursue her further, right? So he was already interested. We knew he was interested, and he was looking to kind of protect her at the end of Season 5. I can keep you and your family safe. I can keep you safe. In this one, it's almost like he couldn't keep himself away from her because he saw her as a very strong female. So sort of our, comic book series version of Andrea, TV series Jessie. We did a comic book series version of Jessie too, but he starts to see her potential to be stronger, to be a stronger survivor. And as such, he is unable to stop himself through admiration of that to pursuing her further. So I like that. I thought that was really good. It made a lot of sense. It fit perfectly with Rick. He's a man of action. He goes and he does things. So he's going to do something. So so it was good. It was the best scene of the episode, I thought, and it was something that I was looking forward to seeing for quite a while. And I know it's kind of the romantic stuff in that, so it's cool. The Walking Dead can include that in there too, and I like the scene. Favorite scene of the episode. Going on from there, so we do find out, we get the revelation that Maggie is in fact pregnant. We know that now. We had before been discussing it. We kind of knew it. We kind of knew it because Glenn tells her in the premiere. It's not the only reason why he wants her to stay back rather than going on this mission, so to speak. And so we find out, once and for all that she is. And in doing so, she realizes that she has more than just her life to look out for. If she puts herself in danger, if she puts herself in jeopardy, and she is to be killed or ripped apart by zombies, that kills her baby's dead then too. So she has to be more defensive in that way rather than putting herself in reckless abandon because her and Glenn have been separated before, and she has put herself in harm's way before in order to find him again. So this time she realizes that because of that, she's got to be a little bit more careful. She wants to go, but then once she sees how many zombies there are and, she kind of gets an idea of the chances and everything, they have a close call in the sewers, she decides that, I can't, that's it. That's as far as we can go. We got to go back because there's you don't have plot armor. You don't have anybody can be killed at any time. Well, within reason, characters within the universe anyway could see it that way if people are dying all around them. That she does need to be careful as long as she survived. Now, still, she's got to make good decisions, and she can't let her emotions drive her actions 100%. Otherwise, it could it could mean the life, not only her life but her baby's life as well too. So you have that, and I did like how she and Aaron feels responsible for what happened with the wolves, feels responsible for what happened in this whole mess. And so he's doing absolutely anything he can to try and help her and help anybody else out because he feels like the wolves attacked because of him. And then, of course, the chain reaction that all of this let loose and all the zombies coming in. Now we have no way out. And you have Glenn and Nicholas are missing, and you got the others that are missing, and Rick's worried because he doesn't know where anybody is. And, so it was a good kind of tension dialogue type episode. So anyway, I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought they were going to actually get out and through the sewers and actually get out of there. But this is the second time in the series they've tried a sewer route and it didn't work, right? Because they did that back in season 1. I like some of the interesting parallels between this current season and season 1, especially with Glenn, Rick, and that. And so again, the sewer solution didn't work for them. Was pretty exciting when they got attacked and there were some gnarly looking zombies. Zombie kill of the week probably go to Erin. She's like pushing off and it's like decomposing as she's pushing back. It's like it's coming forward. She's trying to hold, and this is kind of a different, anatomically that's a little bit of a different situation than a normal zombie. You just push back, yeah, but now you push and it still comes forward because its guts are coming out and stuff, and you got all the sewage in there. So that was pretty gnarly. So that was probably the second biggest thing. Aside from that, I did like what they did with Deanna this episode. It was cool to get to see some more concentration on some of the characters in Alexandria because they haven't really had much of their time this season, whereas the end of season 5 they had a lot more concentration. So with this one, we get to see the concentration on Jessie that we saw. We even got a scene with the Cookie Monster, which was fun. And then, of course, you got Ron and Deanna. So let's talk about Deanna next. So Deanna has some good parts in this. I like the zombie that she kind of kills, not really. Some people, I saw some quick reviews where they were kind of confused, like she doesn't know to hit it in the head. I don't think it's that she doesn't know. I'm sure she knows that it has to be the head. I'm sure she knows that at this point. I think she's just venting out all her anger and frustration, and she has found a punching bag to go ahead and, unleash all this pent-up anger and frustration in and just, tear into the damn thing. And she probably would have eventually finished it by hitting it in the head, but Rick comes along and stops her because she's being kind of reckless in letting out all this pent-up anxiety and everything that she's had inside and just all these feelings. Because, of course, she's lost her son, one of her sons. Now she's lost her husband, and now she's losing her post-zombie apocalypse life's work. She feels like she's losing the community that she helped run, mayor, and build, I guess. So she's losing it all. So that was cool. And then, of course, I like the line between her and Rick that no, it's not pie in the sky, and that they can find a way. It's going to be hard. There will be blood, and you will have casualties as part of it. But that they can, it's not a long shot. They can do it. It's just it's going to be some struggle to get there, and it's going to be some pain to get there for sure. So I love that. The idea of the vision. I love when she starts writing out and everything. Just really, really smart. And I really like where her character's at right now at the end. How she's like, come on, you sons of bitches at the end. She presses it, and then you see how kind of it's, you see some black, black guts or goo there, whatever. So, of course, the storyline to be coming up, are they eventually going to, are the zombies going to be able to push through the spot that was hit by the truck, or are they going to be able to get through and then, of course, leave Rick and the others no way out and have to fight their way out? So that'll be fine. That'll probably be the mid-season finale. So there's Deanna. I like the stuff between, another part that was my favorite actually, was one of my favorites from the episode. You have Carl and you have Ron. So they start kind of going at each other, and I really like this dynamic too, because you have Ron, it's his girlfriend. It's claimed. It's claimed, right? These just come to me like nothing. It's claimed, right? So Enid's claimed. But then Carl's like, yeah, but you're a sissy. I'm going to go save her. I'm going to be the hero, right? And then Ron's like, no, you're not. You're not going to be the hero. You're not going to be. I won't allow you to. Carl pushes him down. So, and then goes to tattletale on him. If you can't, you're not going to fight them, you're going to F them, right? That's a Littlefinger quote, right? So there's another Game of Thrones tie-in too. So I'm on a roll today. So he F's him, right? He goes and tells his dad. He tells daddy, and So little does he know that Daddy is sleeping with Mommy. Wow, this is messed up. So anyway, this is where George A. Romero, he calls The Walking Dead soap opera with zombies. And in some cases, you can, especially an episode like this, that's hard to defend. That is difficult to defend, even though I don't feel that way. But anyway, so you've got that. You've got this good, cool dynamic between Carl and Ron. They're going to fight it out. You've got Enid somewhere out there, probably in a tree somewhere. She's probably fine. She's probably hiding in a tree, just like shock-faced hiding in a tree. Maybe Carl will find her, and if he can get out without Rick finding him, and manage to kind of get out of there and try to go and chase her down, find where she's at. So really cool. You also see Ron, who's kind of is it festering? Is that the word where he's looking at him and he's reaching for he's kind of thinking about it. He's thinking he's gonna maybe attack Carl. He's just gonna cut him or what's he gonna do, shoot him or what. You got Rick, who mistakenly gives him a little bit of I guess very quick crash course for dummies on how to fire a damn Magnum or a Colt or whatever it is that Rick carries. So that was another part that I liked a lot of the episode was that. So there was a lot of good character stuff this episode, that we got to see. Aside from that, Spencer got some lines. What the hell? That was weird. That just felt weird all the way through. It's like, what? You don't talk. You just stand around there and, just maybe bug Sasha a little bit. So he gets drunk. He becomes a hypocrite and takes some of the food and starts munching away on the crackers and stuff, and he's getting wasted. So that was fun. And, so that was pretty good with him, too. And you see Tara and Denise make out because apparently Denise is a lesbian in the TV series version. So that's cool. That's fine. Tara's there to support her and help her out. And now she's saying thank you because she believed in her, right? Believed in her and provided her with that support for her to go forward and believe in herself. So that was good. It was a good scene. And, so this episode was directed by A.V. Uabian, this is the first episode he or she, I'm not sure, has directed for this for the series. So, but they've done some other shows too. So it was okay. It was a decent episode. In terms of score, what would I rate this one? I guess I give it an 8 out of 10, which is a little low compared to most Walking Dead episodes. But like I said, it had a lot of great character stuff. I've just pointed out most of some really good parts there. And aside from that, that's most of what I got to say for this week's episode. Of course, we'll do the predictions for next week, although they're going to be kind of messed up because AMC posted the wrong promo video last week. So I already kind of talked about that because I thought the Daryl and Sasha and Abraham stuff was going to happen this week. But I was confused because they posted the wrong one, so that's for next week. So we'll talk about that. So the pacing, a little slower than I thought it was going to be in terms of the plot, in terms of like how much they're going to cover this half. Right? Episodes like this make it really easy for them to kind of stretch out the comic book storylines a little bit more, while including stuff that we did need to see. We did need to know that Maggie was pregnant. We finally got to figure that out. We did need to see the start between Carl and Ron. We did need to see Rick and, Jessie getting at it. Rick, man of action, getting things done, and we can assume the rest of that's gonna, it's gonna get done. We get to see some other good character stuff for characters like Deanna that really haven't had as much time. Tara, Denise, in the last maybe full season or at least half season, if you can count second half of season 5. So 8 out of 10 for me. That's my score. Let me know what you guys thought. Maybe this is an episode for the chickies. Maybe the chickies would love this one because you get the romance stuff. You get the, all the feels and the feelings and the emotions and all that good stuff. Probably appeal more to females. Guys, with me, it's like, oh, break stuff. Abraham smashes it with a crowbar. And, Rick, shoot this guy and that guy. And action. And, oh, my God, Michonne cuts his head off. And, by the way, where were some of the characters this episode? Where was Carol? I saw Morgan once standing around the background. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I showed up. Where's Gabriel? Where's everybody else? It's like... Jeez, man, where did Carol go? Is she like, I don't know, like, sharpening her blade or something? I don't know what she's doing. Maybe baking a cake or something. I don't know, casserole. I have no idea. So, if you guys like this review, please thumb it up below. Do it. Thumb it up. You can share. Share it too. Favorite it. Don't forget to favorite. And if you want to subscribe, you want to see more reviews from me, this was kind of a more in-depth one. Felt like it suited this week's episode. I changed kind of my style depending on the episode. And of course, the predictions video will be up in about an hour. Let me know what you guys think. Write your comments below. Do all of that. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you again next week for the predictions next week for another review. Discussion topics all week. Send me your Q&A questions. It's Trev. I'm saying peace.